A wise man once said, if there's a problem, yo, I'll solve it. But if you're on a cruise ship, how do you solve your problems? I've got the crew members that you should look for if you've got a problem on board. Up next. Hey everyone, it's Matt from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com, and while you'll likely have a great time on a cruise without running into any problems, occasionally something happens that needs attention of someone who can quickly remedy this issue, and knowing where to go, in my opinion, really helps a lot. Just like when you're at a resort or casino or theme park on land, cruise ship guests can sometimes run into a problem. Rather than just chalking it up to bad luck, you can, and should, let Royal Caribbean know about the problem to get it rectified. You should start with the frontline crew member you have easy access to first, but if things aren't moving, then it may be time to escalate. The key is knowing who to contact on board to get things solved. So here are the important people you can reach out to get results while on a cruise ship. Number one, let's start with the head waiter. When you're at one of the dining rooms, the man or woman who can make special requests happen is the head waiter, sometimes referred to as the maitre d'. Your waiter can handle most requests, so be sure to start with him or her. But if it requires special coordination between the dining room staff, galley, or even other departments, the head waiter can step in and assist. Often, the head waiter will visit your table during the meal to introduce themselves, but you can also feel free to ask your waiter to speak to the head waiter to address other issues at any time during the cruise. Next up is the suite concierge. If you are staying in a suite stateroom, you absolutely want to get to know the concierge early during your cruise. It's the job of the suite concierge to make everything to go as well as possible, and they're really your problem solver in terms of suite guests. Part guest relations, part dining guide, and part event coordinator, the concierge is empowered to do a lot, especially when problems arise. In a lot of cases, the concierge may have inside information on changes occurring on board and know exactly who to reach out to about most situations on there. The suite concierge will have regular hours. They're available in the suite lounge, so feel free to stop by, say hello on the first day, not only to meet them, but get a copy of their schedule, and that way, if you run into an issue, you can also go there. Another pro tip, you can do most things at the guest services desk at the concierge, so skip a line, go to the suite concierge instead if you're staying in a suite. A really important officer to know about is the hotel director. The hotel operations are a massive component to a cruise ship, and at the top of the chain is the hotel director. A cruise ship hotel director is in charge of all aspects of the hotel type operations, including everything related to your cabin and housekeeping. The reason to reach out to the hotel director is for something your stateroom attendant cannot easily handle, such as mechanical issues that are not resolved quick enough or even issues with other guests. While you might want to start off with your stateroom attendant for nearly every issue, if a problem lingers or the resolution is not to your liking, be sure to reach out to the hotel director. You can always call down to guest services to get the extension of the hotel director and quickly get in touch with him or her. Somebody else that's actually really helpful that you might not think about is the cruise director. You might wonder why you would want to get a hold of the cruise director, but if you're anything like me, you do not want to miss out on any of the fun activities on board. The cruise director manages the activity and sports staff on board, and he or she is the person that can answer questions about scheduling, as well as who to talk to about special requests. With so many things to do on a cruise, it's easy to miss out on something. It's a good idea to speak to the cruise director if an activity is not running well, or if you want to inquire about an event you had at another cruise. Heck, if your group wants a space to do an activity, the cruise director may be able to assist in getting space for you. Next up is, of course, guest services. When in doubt, the catch-all is to contact guest services for any issues you run into. You'd be surprised how many issues guest services can directly assist with, but if they cannot, they'll put you in contact with someone who can. Do not hesitate to reach out, even just to ask if what you are seeing is a problem or not. Don't be shy that you're asking a dumb question or being a bother. They're there to help, and odds are they've all seen it by this point anyway. Guest services is your go-to call during late or early hours when other crew members may otherwise be unavailable. And lastly, don't forget about your travel agent. Yeah, they don't work on the ship, obviously, but if you think the job of a travel agent ends once you get on the cruise ship, you're very mistaken. Travel agents can be a great resource while you're on a cruise to answer questions, especially if you're seeing a discrepancy between what you expect and what the crew on board are telling you. Missing onboard credits, stateroom assignment information, gratuities, and more are problems your travel agent can address with the shoreside team while you are enjoying your cruise. A quick email or text message to your travel agent to clarify something is a great tool to keep in your back pocket if the need arises. So the bottom line is if you run into a problem, let somebody know, but knowing who these crew members are and who to ask for can save you a lot of time and frustration along the way. And I hope that you found this video helpful. Let me know in the comments, which crew members have you found to be really good resources on board if there is a problem, and of course, any other Vanilla Ice references we can work into future videos. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on your notifications. Don't miss out on these awesome videos. This has been Matt from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com, and we'll talk again real soon.